Today, we are going to read this book called Grasshopper's Gross Lunch. Now, this week, we are going to actually be reading two books, and we're going to be looking at these two books together. Both of these books are fiction books. Remember, fiction books means that they're make-believe. The author made up the story. And usually, fiction books are done to entertain us, to make us laugh or make us cry, to make us happy. But they also can teach us things. Now, when we're reading a nonfiction book, that's real, there's facts, we learn a lot from those books. But when we read a fiction book, we can also learn some things from it. And so this week in these two books that we're going to look at, we are going to be asking ourselves a key question. And on Friday, we are going to answer the key question. The key question for this week and these two books is, what do these stories teach us about being willing to try new things? Specifically, both of these books are about food and trying some new foods. So let's go ahead and start today by reading Grasshopper's Gross Lunch. We're going to read through the book, and then after the book is finished, we will talk about the characters, the setting, and then answer some questions about the book. Grasshopper's Gross Lunch, written by Elise Sweeney, illustrated by Patrick Gerard. Day after day, the green grasshopper grazed. Most of the time, Grasshopper grazed on green leaves. Sometimes he grazed on grass. Now, on both of these pages, we saw the word grazed. Grazed means to kind of snack, eat a little bit, not eat a lot. But if you're going to graze, you're just going to eat a little bit here and there. But Grasshopper was tired of grazing on green leaves and grass. "I'm going to eat new food today," he said. Then he hopped into the forest. Grasshopper grinned when he saw all the new food to eat. "Maybe these green berries will taste great," said Grasshopper. "Gross," he groaned. He hopped to find something else to eat. "Maybe these great nuts will taste great," said Grasshopper. "Gross," he groaned, hopping on. "Maybe this sweet honey will taste great," said Grasshopper. "Gross," he groaned. "I'm hopping home to graze on green leaves and grass," said the grumpy Grasshopper. At home, Grasshopper greeted his friends. He said, "I just ate berries, nuts, and honey. Those foods aren't great for grasshoppers like me. They're gross," he said. His friend said, "Don't you know? Green leaves and grass are the greatest foods for grasshoppers. Be glad you are a grasshopper," they said. Now Grasshopper always grins as he grazes on green leaves and grass. So who was the main character in this story? Remember, the main characters on every page or almost every page. Did you say the grasshopper? If you did, you're right. You found the main character. Now, the setting is always what's around the main character. So you can see the setting in this book. Is it inside or outside? It's definitely outside. And I would say it's outside. Now, at one point, he went to the forest. So you can see it's outside in the forest. But most of the time, he doesn't eat in the forest. He eats out in the grass. So it could be a grassy meadow or somewhere where there's grass, close to a forest, because a grasshopper cannot hop that far, and he hopped to the forest. So the setting of this book is the grassy field or the forest. All right, let's answer some questions about Grasshopper's Gross Lunch. Now remember, when you answer a question, you want to go to the page to help you remember and find the answer in the book by either looking at the pictures or the words. Okay, so the first question says, why does Grasshopper want to eat something different? All right, so we can see that typically the grasshopper ate green leaves. We have that right here. He grazed on green leaves, and here he grazed on grass. That's what he typically liked. Why did he want to eat something different? Look at this first sentence right here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get our highlighter, and we'll make it green to match the grasshopper today. And I'm going to highlight this one word right here. This word is the word tired. And if I read the whole sentence, it says, but Grasshopper was tired of grazing on green leaves and grass. Why did he want to try something else? Because he was tired. That's why he wanted to try something else. Now let's look, because the next question says, what new foods did Grasshopper try? So let's look on the next page. There's the forest. Now we're going to go one by one to see what new foods he tried. Okay, what did he try on this page? Right here's our answer. He tried green berries. Okay. What did he try on this page? Right here's our answer, gray nuts. And you can also see them in the picture. So you can get your answer from the picture or the words. What did he try here? It's sweet honey. And once again, you can get your answer from the picture or the words. All right. Now, what does Grasshopper think of the new foods that he tries? Let's look what he says. What did he say after he ate honey? Gross! That's what he said. Gross! Now look over here. What did he say after he tried the gray nuts? Right there's the word. Say it. What is it? Gross! All right. And let's look what he said after he ate the green berry. The word is right here. What's the word? Gross. So if you said something is gross, do you like it or you don't like it? Give me a thumbs up if you like something that's gross, or give me a thumbs down if you don't like something that's gross. I hope everybody's thumb is down, because when something is gross, you do not like it. And grasshoppers do not like green berries, gray nuts, or honey. It's not what they eat. So to them, it is gross. Now, what do Grasshopper's friends tell him about his food? So let's go back here to the page where he sees his friends, and he tells them about it. So right here is what his friends said, and this is what they said. Don't you know, green leaves and grass are the greatest foods for grasshoppers. Okay, so his friends tell him what? Grass and leaves are what he should be eating. That's the best food for a grasshopper to have. How does Grasshopper solve the problem of not liking the new foods he tries? What does he do? Let's look at this last page. What is he doing? Okay, right here it tells us he grazes on green leaves and grass. What does he do? He goes back to eating green leaves and grass. He knows that he likes them. And we can see that right here also in the picture. Now look at his face. Does he look happy or sad? If you think he looks happy, give me a thumbs up. If you think he looks sad, give me a thumbs down. I hope everybody has their thumbs up because he's happy. He has found out that grass and leaves are the best food for him to eat. And another word here in our text, it says grins. When a grin is another word for smile. So if you are smiling, you are happy. And Grasshopper is happy to eat the green grass and the green leaves because that is what grasshoppers eat.